Floyd,
Yeah.
why Maidana Part 2? Why you picked him again?
I think, the first time, Maidana, Mayweather Maidana, when the first go around was it was the moment, and he had moments. Very, very intriguing fight. It was a very, very good matchup. But I felt, I won unanimous. But he started off strong. The first, probably, out of 12 rounds, I probably gave him, three of 12. But people are used to seeing me go out there and dominate and not lose a round. So, like I said before, when I go out there and perform and I fight, I'm not just, fighting my opponent. I'm fighting everybody. I'm fighting fans. I'm fighting the critics. But that comes with the territory. I've been here for a very, very long time, and I know what it takes when it's a fight of this magnitude.
Floyd, you don't usually like.
Well, I didn't take an L, so I don't have to change my style. The guy who took an L has to change his style. My job is to go out there and just be Floyd Mayweather and take advantage of all the mistakes that he makes.
What's your motivation, Floyd, for this fight?
My motivation is to always, my legacy is very, very important. Being a legend in the sport of boxing, when I leave is very, very important. But the main thing is leaving the sport, being known as the smartest fighter and one of the smartest businessmen in the sport of boxing. Whereas, at first, when I was a lot younger, I thought about being, of course, but I'm still TBE. But the most important thing at this particular time is leaving the sport, being the smartest fighter and the smartest not just businessman that ever came into the sport of boxing.
Floyd, would you like to fight in New York? Because there's been a lot of talk about getting you to Barclays, or getting you to the Garden.
Of course, New York City is one of the best cities in the world. Immaculate place. MGM Grand has been my home since 1996. A place that that I love, and they embrace me with open arms. But I keep my fingers crossed. We don't know what the future holds, and the only thing I can do is communicate with my team and see where we can go from here.
Floyd, is Maidana going to be able to wear his gloves?
His gloves. Last time I checked, it's about being fair. It's about being fair.
So you're not letting him wear his gloves of choice?
We have a deal. We have a deal in place, and the gloves ain't gonna dictate a winner or loser. Two fighters got to get in there and do what they do.
Well, the thing is this, now I see, when he has faced guys like Adrian Broner and other guys, what was going on, in those big fights. It's all, like I said before, it's all about timing, timing. Because my dad done an immaculate job in training camp, working with Roger, and of course I want to commend Leonard. Because our Mayweather Promotions staff is steady building, and he's done an unbelievable job. And I want to take my hat off to my new employees that's under the Mayweather banner. I want to tell everyone thank you, and we really appreciate you.
Hey Floyd, you say you're not going to change anything, but I know you have some concerns about who's going to ref this fight this time around, being that he got away with a lot.
Well, that's really not my job to choose the referee. My job is to go out there and do what I do. And the ref job is to go out there and be fair.
Floyd, who's the best athlete in the world? Bolt, Messi, LeBron, or you?
I take my hat off to everybody that goes out there and compete day in and day out. Actually, last night I was writing something, for all the athletes out there that compete. I was writing something for all the fans that support all athletes. Everybody compete and do a good job.
Are you the best?
Like I said before, only time will tell. Only time will tell. That's the only thing I can say. Only thing I can do is continue to go out there and be the best that I can be, and just push myself to the limit.
Floyd, Speedy here from Luis Jimenez Show. After this fight, what do you see? We see a Cotto rematch or Pacquiao?
Slow down. I see why they call you Speedy. Slow down. No, come again.
Do we see a Cotto rematch or a Pacquiao right after this?
Like I said before, Cotto done a hell of a job. But we see what happened when he faced Floyd Mayweather. Not taking anything away from Cotto. He's a solid competitor, But then once again, when Floyd Mayweather beat Cotto, they said he was washed up. I mean, that's what they said. Then he come back and he win, and they say, oh, he's born again. I guess and then I beat Marquez, after taking a vacation, and then he go knock Pacquiao. Then they say, you know what, Marquez is back again. But when I beat him, they said he was over the hill. But that's how it is. Like I said before, I'm not just fighting my opponent. I'm fighting everybody else also.
What about Pacquiao at some point?
On the night that you fought Mike.
So last time, like I said before, I don't take nothing away from no fighter. But when these guys are taking L's and these guys are getting knocked out, then the media, you guys are writing stories talking about this guy his career's over. They come back, they win a couple fights, and then you know what they say? Oh, they're back. But then when Floyd beat him, he said, you know what they're gonna say? He's washed up. So I'm not gonna even really entertain it.
What about a Pacquiao fight at some point?
As of right now, sir, I'm not gonna even entertain it.
Floyd, how is your relationship with Golden Boy Promotions?
It's all about Mayweather Promotion. Let me check this.
Right there.
It's all about Mayweather Promotions. But there's only one guy that I know. His name is Richard Schaefer, and he's done a hell of a job with that company. Richard Schaefer built Golden Boy from the ground up. Day in and day out working with those fighters. And if it's safe to say, I like to call it, Richard Schaefer's Promotions.
Floyd, if you were promoting this fight, what would be your selling point? Why should the fans come out?
Because this guy, he came out and gave it a tough effort. I mean, he fought his heart out. Wasn't clean, but he did what he had to do.
Floyd, do you think this fight might turn out like the second Castillo fight? The first one was close, but then the second one's kind of blah.
I mean, I think that everybody should go, like I said before. Majority of the people in the world is followers. So if one person say Floyd Mayweather lost, everyone wants to say Floyd Mayweather lost. The best thing to do, if you got YouTube, which I'm pretty sure everybody got YouTube, go home, sit down, get a popcorn, get popcorn, get your potato chips, get your drink, watch the fight, and put it on mute. From the beginning, I'm not just fighting the fighters. Put it on mute and just watch the fight, and you tell me who won. The first Castillo fight, I probably beat him easier than the second Castillo fight.